Welcome back to my haunted library. It's Regina. Today we have a story time, so gather round. This is a ghost story, and it's a true story in that it's a ghost that I experienced. Now, whether it's a true thing or not is, I don't know. It is a documented ghost, though, so I'm not alone. But I didn't even know at the time that I saw this ghost that it was a documented haunted spot. So, take that however you want. So this is going back about 10 years or more, and I was helping a friend work on a film, and it was a historic location. In fact, it dates back to before the American Revolution, and it's called the Black Bass Inn. Now, the Black Bass Inn is located above New Hope on the Delaware River, and it's a lovely drive to go up there. The building is very old. It was originally a tavern for the Crown sympathizers before the American Revolution, and it still has a lot of this British memorabilia. The owners of that inn, I don't know if they're still owners now, but they were really nice and they gave us keys to the castle, so to speak. So we were allowed to shoot there after hours. So we were there really late at night until early in the morning. On this night, it was probably like 3 o'clock in the morning or something, and I had to go to work the next day. So I went up to this place called the Lantern Room and laid down on this very hard bench, I remember. And I was trying to get a little bit of sleep, and I felt this presence kind of whoosh past this window. And it was white. And when I say I saw it, and I don't know if other people have had this experience, know what I'm talking about, but it's not exactly a visual experience. Visual is part of it. It's like a white movement. It really does kind of have like a Casper aspect to it, but like a diaphanous whiteness that's cold. It's more that you feel it. You feel it through all of your senses. It's a very unusual feeling. The temperature of the room changes, the atmosphere changes, and you are in the presence of something highly unusual. So I felt this, and immediately I knew this was a female, and I knew it was very negative. It had a very negative feeling. It was cold. It was scary. It was ugly. So much so that I went up like bolt upright as this thing moved through the room, and I took off running back down to the basement dungeon where we were shooting. And I remember going up to this man who was very active in the New Hope community, and he's since unfortunately passed away. But I said, I think I just saw a ghost. So he knew about this, and he said, well, that's this ghost and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, well, I just saw it. She's actually mentioned in this book that I just finished reading for a booktubeathon, Haunted New Hope. The footfalls belong to an ethereal woman trapped in her own otherworld. One more feminine phantom is the misty-eyed crone whose apparition skulks in a corner of the Lantern Room. I just read this yesterday. And that's exactly what I experienced over 10 years ago, was this feminine, crone is a good word for it because it was old, it was nasty, and she was definitely skulking in the corner of the Lantern Room. I think that being in that alpha state is, the couple times that I've experienced ghosts that has happened to me and other people I've talked to, they've experienced the same thing. Now one could say, well, you were just dreaming and you imagined it. That's possible, but I think for this particular situation, it wasn't a dream because of the way I reacted to it, that I ran out of there like I had to get out of there. If it had been a dream, and I've had nightmares, of course, all my life. I love my nightmares most of the time, and there's a difference between having a nightmare and waking up and thinking, oh, that was a really scary dream, and then running, sitting up upright and running from the room to get away from something truly terrifying. So I think being in that alpha state does something to the brain waves where you're more susceptible to picking up on these vibrations, these changes of energy, or whatever they are. It's a mystery. I hope you enjoyed my true ghost story. And if you have any of your own, please share in the comments below. So thanks for stopping by my haunted library, and I'll see you soon. Bye.